I want to tell you why we're talking about emergencies. Emergencies can feel very scary, and I work with kids. I have kids who have anxiety. I don't want to go around scaring people, and that's why we need to be prepared. Because when you're prepared for an emergency, then you don't have to be anxious about it anymore because you know what to do. We don't plan to have an emergency. Instead, we like to just pretend that's not going to happen. Bad things happen all the time, and we know that. If we plan ahead so we know what to do if or when it happens, then we can feel confident. Now, I'm going to share with you a booklet that I created for my own students. I want it to be available to everybody. Less than a block from my church, there was a 5-alarm fire. Thankfully, the building was empty, but the apartment building hadn't been moved into yet. Something went terribly wrong and the entire thing burned up. And it burned for days. Even the other families in the area whose houses didn't burn, they still had to evacuate. And it's much easier to evacuate if you already have a plan for that, especially if you have kids, pets, someone with mobility issues, someone who is neurodivergent or has other reasons why that might be harder for them. So you need to have a plan. Your household would be everyone who lives there, including the animals, anyone who might need to evacuate or might need to be fed or cared for in case of an emergency. The next group of people would be people who might be there to help you or who you might be helping. So neighbors, you might help them, they might help you. It might be a place that you can go to if you need to leave your own home or where you could tell your kids to go to if they need help. It might be someone who lives across town from you, where if your own neighborhood is a place you couldn't be, you could go to their house. In my case, it would be like my mom or my sister who live on the opposite end of town from me. So all of these people are on your safety team. So what I want you to do is put together a list of your safety team and make sure you include any special information. Making a list of the kinds of things that might happen where we are. Different people have different situations. Pretty much everyone can have fires and floods. Beyond that, do you have tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, blizzards, winter storms, ice storms? What is it that's going to happen where you live that you might have to deal with? If you do have to evacuate, take a picture of the kid right then and the clothes they're wearing, because then people know what they're looking for. Whatever you do, don't just buy some random kit that somebody made and is making money off of you. Put together something that you personally are going to use and need. The Red Cross has a list of emergency supplies that you should have depending on where you live. And then think about that in context of your own situation and what you'd need for staying home versus going someplace else. Get things people will actually eat. Each type of thing that you're going to get, make sure it's something you actually need, you actually use, in the version you'd actually use, in the style and the quality you'd actually use, and that you know where it is and that it's up to date. Remember, being prepared is personal. You do it for you and for your situation. Don't make it complicated. Practice makes progress. Practice also makes permanent, which is why you're never supposed to practice something the wrong way, because then you're never going to be able to undo that if you're learning an instrument or something. We want to practice what to do in an emergency. And that includes how to evacuate, where to evacuate. I want you to practice being prepared to be stuck at home unexpectedly. Practicing getting out is going to be practicing where to go, having the kids actually get there by themselves depending on what age they are. And you can follow them. You don't have to have them completely alone, but make sure that they're able to do it by themselves so they can escape and they can go somewhere and they can verbalize what to do. If you're going to leave with pets, practice leaving with pets. Practice these different things so that when the situation comes up, you're ready for it. I remember one time I was stuck in the car for like multiple hours because I was coming home from work and a cattle truck turned over on the road in the middle of ice. I got home safe and sound. It was fine, but it involved driving through these like tiny little mountain roads, and I saw all these cars off the road. And after that, I always carried a shovel, snowshoes, and sand in the back of my car because I saw the difference between people who were stuck and people who were not stuck. I wanted to be the not stuck
people. Also hot hands, water, extra coats, extra food, everything I might need just in case. I'd use the shovel in my car and make sure it was a shovel I could actually use, because sometimes the little shovels you keep in the back of your car are garbage and they don't work. And that's a good time to find it out when someone else can dig you out, not when you need it in an emergency. Practice when it comes up in your real life too. Practice things with your kids. Practice with your pets, having them come when you call, so that in an emergency, they'll come to you. Also, practice calling an emergency number. In the back of the download that I have for you, there is a printable you can put on your fridge. Keep track of how often you're actually practicing. Have your schedule, have a checklist, so you just check it off, and then you're done. Once you've become prepared, you just stay prepared. And then when you need it, it's there. Go to my website, getdocrobinschool.com/YouTube to get the whole printable, fill it all out, be prepared, and let me know in the comments how it went for you. Go get ready, be prepared, and be confident.